Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from the Curragh Racecourse here on Friday. It is August the 16th, 2019. I'm going to look at today's stakes races on the program, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for racecourses around the world, and join me tomorrow for my Pacific Classic preview video from Del Mar, also my Alabama preview video from Saratoga, and also join me Sunday for my Deauville preview of the Prix so some excellent races this weekend. Also, these races from the Curragh this weekend are some good races, especially today with you're going to have some horses running here who might have a good indication how these horses are going to run in the autumn. So let's look at these stakes races 3, 4, and 5, the 5:45, 6:15, and 6:45. The third race, the 5:45, it's the Curragh Stakes. It's a listed stakes going for a purse of $54,000. Races for 2-year-olds only. 7 horses are going 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs on the turf course. My top selection, I'm going to take the 3-horse King Neptune. I'll go 3-2-6 in the TriCash trifecta. 3-2-6 TriCash trifecta. Top selection, 3-horse King Neptune. It's a 2-year-old colt by Warfront. Ryan Moore gets the mount for Ian O'Brien and the Coolmore group. And Ryan Moore can't find a winner. And, I can't find a winner either. What's gonna happen first? Ryan Moore finding a winner, or me finding a winner? Well, right now the race is neck and neck, but I did find a few winners at Deauville last week. Other than that, it's been quite shit since Derby, but hopefully we'll change that here today. One thing, since the Irish Derby, or since really the English Derby, I've either hit a $50, $100 horse, or a $280 horse. There's not been a lot of in between. Hopefully we'll switch it today. But the top selection, I'm gonna take the where are we? See, I suck so much I can't even keep it on the right page. But the top selection is the 3-horse King Neptune. Ryan Moore's on this one, like I said. His most recent outing came 16 days ago now at Goodwood. 6 firms in the Group 2 Richmond Stakes, and he finished 10th by 7 3/4 lengths at 25-1. He just never got into it. He has sprinting ability, especially on the pedigree side, but he just never showed it there. Wasn't a day to win. Before that, Newmarket, 6 furlongs in the Group 2 July Stakes. He finished 5th by 3 1/4 lengths, and again, he just couldn't get that good turn of foot there. And then the Norfolk Stakes at Ascot, he was 20-1 at post time, and he finished 6th, but I just don't think he liked the wet going. But the 3 races he showed ability were here in Ireland, and 2 of them were here at the Curragh, most recently on the 24th of May, 6 furlongs in listed stakes, where he finished 2nd by 2.5 lengths. He had a decent turn of foot. He stayed the trip well, and then at 40 cents to the dollar before that, the Curragh, 5 furlongs on good to soft yielding ground. He finished 2nd behind Ickworth, who ran a massive race, but this horse ran well, and then he broke the main at Dundalk in mid-April very nicely. He has ability, but he hasn't shown it since his last race here in Ireland. Come back to Ireland today, 5-1. I think this could get Ryan Moore back to his winning ways, so I'll take him. So to recap my selection for the third, the 5:45 for the Curragh, it's the Curragh Stakes. So let's go with the 3-horse King Neptune. We'll go 3-2-6 in the TriCash trifecta. So now let's get to race number 4, the 6:15, which is the feature Group 3 Irish St. Leger Trial. It's a Group 3 race going for a purse of $115,000. Races for 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 6 horses going 2,800 meters or a mile 3/4 on the turf course. My top selection, I'll take the 4-horse Southern France. I'll go 4-2-1 in the TriCash trifecta. 4-2-1 TriCash trifecta. Top selection, 4-horse Southern France. 4-year-old colt by Galileo. Ryan Moore's on this one for Aidan O'Brien. The horse's most recent outing came 30th of July at Goodwood. 2 miles in the Group 1 Goodwood Cup. He finished 4th by 9 lengths. Stradivarius just ran a massive race that day, probably one of his best ever. But this horse just never was into it. Awful refreshing. He should have ran a lot better, but he didn't. I think the cut back to a mile 3/4 back to the Curragh, I expect him to run a lot better. Before then, the Group 2 Curragh Cup, a mile 3/4 June the 28th, he finished 4th by 3 1/4 lengths, and again, he just never had the good turn of foot that day. It was a weird ride by Ryan also. And then at Royal Ascot in the Group 2 Hardwick, he finished 6th by 8 1/4 lengths there, and a weekend out of it. Maybe the quick turnaround between the Hardwick and the Curragh Cup had something to do with him being shit at the Curragh. But he showed ability, most recently in the Yorkshire Cup at York, where he finished 2nd by 3/4 lengths behind Stradivarius. Stradivarius is a known horse that when he gets to the lead, he stops. And he was stopping. This horse was nearly catching him, but this horse was second best behind Stradivarius, ran a massive race there. And then the vintage crop at Navan going a mile 3/4 last fall. He finished last spring. He finished 3rd by a length by Master of Reality. And again, he stayed the trip well first off the break. I like him here off a little bit, not a refreshing, but step down in class, back to a decent trip for him. At 5-2, I think he'll run well, so I'll take him here. So let's give Ryan Moore 2 winners on the card. But there again, my selection selection for the fourth, the 6:15 from the Curragh Group 3. Irish St. Ledger Trial. Let's take the 4-horse 7 France. We'll go 4-2-1 in the Tri-Cash trifecta. The fifth race, the 6:45 from the Curragh. It's the Group 3 Royal Whip Stakes. It's a Group 3 race going for a purse $69,000. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. Field of 7 horses going 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter on the turf course. My top selection, I'm going to take the 2-horse of Buckhurst. I'll go 2-4-3 in the Tri-Cash trifecta. 2-4-3 Tri-Cash trifecta. Top section 2-horse Buckhurst is 3-year-old colt by Australia. Donegal O'Brien gets the leg up for Joseph O'Brien. The horse's most recent out came 29th of June at the Curragh, a mile and a quarter in the Group 3, due by duty free, full of surprises international stakes. He won by 1.5 lengths and a 2-1. He did everything right. He quickened up nicely. It was a very good run. I recently backed that second place finisher, Blenheim Palace, I think in Deauville a few weeks ago, or possibly a good one. But this horse, he ran a massive race there. Before then, the Galnule at Stakes here at the Curragh, on quarter May the 24th. He finished second by a half length behind Constantinople, but this horse again was coming close to Constantinople, but he ran a good effort. And then the Derby trial at Leopardstown, Monaco, May the 12th. He finished fifth by 5.5 lengths. Broome ran well. Blenheim Palace ran well, and Sovereign ran well. Finished third. You have some good Group 1 winners there, especially the third one. But this horse, he just never really ran that good race. And then before that, in main race at Leopardstown, the mile trip, he won by a nose. He had to be used a lot, but he got the job done. I like him at the mile quarter trip. His last 2 races have been run well. I like him here, so 7-2, I'll take him. I think that Sir Dragonaut's going to get bent to the ground. I think this horse's odds could drift up. But to recount my selection for the fifth, the 6:45 from the Curragh Group 3 Royal Whip Stakes, going to go with the 2-horse Buckhurst. We'll go 2-4-3 in the Tri-Cash trifecta. So collect 12, please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kit 5.